What up, what up? This is the IDIOMS, episode 9. She wants it to be 10 for some apparent reason, but it's episode 9, and I am here with
the Sweetest Chick on the radio, Suga Rae.
Bam! You know where we can start at? We're going to start with just, being on the radio.
Oh, we starting with radio, jeez.
So we got to start there. I mean, that's what people know you from the most, right? So we got to touch base on that, and then we got to talk about life after radio. So that's how we're going to roll it. You see what I'm saying?
I'm still in radio.
That's what we don't talk about it, but you left a certain situation, went to another situation. I don't know these situations.
I'm still in radio, so there's no life after.
Okay, so let's talk about... let's start... Okay, how about we started when you came back to Detroit?
From Dallas or
from
Austin?
Dallas. From Dallas. When you
the
did
first time.
Let's go with the second time with the
That's
bounce.
Austin.
That's Austin?
Yeah, I left Austin to come to the bounce. Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about that. Let's talk about why even leave to come back.
That's how we gonna start it off? You just gonna jump into the deep end?
Yeah, well, we can work around it. We can come back if we get too deep.
You just dive go into the deep green area of the ocean.
If we get too deep, we swim back to the side.
Not the crystal blue clear, but the
we
dark
gonna dive
green
right
part of the ocean. All right. Put on my big girl drawers. Now, what was the question, sir?
The question was, why did you leave Austin?
I left Austin. Austin is beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Austin's a beautiful city, very progressive. So many people are moving to Austin.
Right.
It is the up and coming city. But Detroit is my heart.
Right.
And my family's here, and I'm a D girl. No matter where I go, I'm a D girl, and I just feel like I was missing out on something because so many great things were happening here in my city, and I'm not a part of it.
Mm-hmm.
So it was killing me to be so far away and seeing pictures and social media and people talking about how excited they are about different programs that are happening here and concerts and events, and I'm not part of that. And I'm just like, So I would get offers before, but it was for the rap stations.
Okay.
I'm not doing
rap
radio.
Why?
Oh, God.
What's wrong with rap radio?
How long do you have?
This is the detour for the deep end.
What had happened was, it's honestly, I just don't live the lifestyle. I don't live the lifestyle of, I'm not a pill popper. I'm not in the clubs all day, every day.
So you saying if you listen to rap, that's part of the...
Well, if you listen to urban radio.
Okay.
Urban radio, if you listen to, I don't even know who those artists are.
Mm-hmm.
Most of them, they sound alike to me.
Right.
So again, I don't listen to the artists. I'm not in the venues or the events that happen that surround that radio station. Again, I don't live the lifestyle, and I don't want to be the old lady on the radio talking about your music sucks.
Right.
I don't want to be that person.
Or lying about it and trying to promote something that you're not.
There are a lot of people that are still on radio and they're tap dancing and they hate it. And I can't live like that. That was one of the reasons why I left urban radio when I left Dallas, which was an urban radio station. Mm-hmm. I was making a lot of money. The station was number one. It's like if you were a radio personality for urban radio, that would be perfect for you.
Right.
But I went to an event. It was a back to school event for kids, and they had the radio station on the big speakers, and the music they were playing, I was embarrassed because all the little kids were rapping the lyrics, and I'm like, cringing, like, no, don't say that. Like, no, you ain't supposed to be listening to this, but this is what we're promoting. So I was embarrassed, and I was like, I can't live like this. I can't do this anymore. So that's when I left Dallas and I moved back here, and I just started pursuing urban AC radio, which is R&B.
Right.
So I got into that lane, R&B, throwbacks, and stuff like that. So to go back to your original question about transitioning from Austin to Detroit, my boss from many years ago became the PD at the Bounce, and he had called and said, I want you to come back up here and get on the Bounce. And I'm like, throwbacks, Detroit? Hell yeah, I'm there. So he worked it out, and I moved back home.
And?
I knew you were going to say that.
And you moved back?
Okay.
Because the city definitely changed.
Okay, I moved back. The music was good when I moved back.
Right, because it was the throwback.
It was the throwback.
Stuff you already know.
So it was like, you can't go wrong with the throwbacks.
Can't go back.
I'm not here to trash the station, but basically they got rid of the person that brought me here. They got rid of the PD, brought in someone else. The music was stagnant. It was the same old 5, 6 throwbacks over and over and over again, and it didn't sound like Detroit. And I felt like I wasn't bamboozled because they got rid of the person that brought me here, but it just wasn't the right fit for me. I thought that a throwback station should play more throwback music and not the same 5 songs. So
the same playlist.
Yeah, and then it's like I would want to do things in the community, and they wanted to do things in the suburbs all the time. So that just, we bump heads, and it was like, you know what, it's best that I go ahead and slide out.
Yeah, so it was more so just business. It wasn't like...
It's always business.
Yeah.
I'm not going to let nobody, anything personal,
right.
Knock me off my square or get me away from something that I love to do. Because I love radio. I love talking to people. I love playing dope music. But that particular station just wasn't the station for me anymore.
So what was the step after that? So you probably was looking before you left. You didn't just say...
No, it was really like, it was a spare of the moment decision.
I'm out.
The crazy thing is that everybody was like, why didn't you wait till after Christmas? And I just couldn't take it anymore. Sorry, I can't buy gifts this year. But it's like, everybody was like, you get the bonuses and all that. It's cool. I value my peace of mind more than a paycheck.
Right.
But I was also on other radio stations around the country, so my pockets wasn't really hurting like that. So, I would love to be on in the city that I love. Unfortunately, there's not a station right now available that I would love to be on.
Now, when you say you was on other stations around the country, was it like, how did that work?
Well, it's not a studio, but I have a small studio in my house. Consists of a mic, mixer, laptop, and all that good stuff. All I do is I record my shows on my laptop and send it to the other stations. It's not a syndicated show.
Okay.
I do a different show for every station I'm on. But it's really simple. I can do it right there in my house. So
that sounds
best of both worlds. Yeah.
I mean, so you punch in at a certain, you wake up, you crust out your eyes,
roll over and get right on the mic. Sometimes I don't even brush my teeth. I mean, it's like, who's here? I'm naked on the radio and they don't even know it. So
that sounds like a good, like a title for a podcast. Like, you know what I'm saying? Or a show, like it's Naked on the Radio.
Naked on the Radio. I always wanted a show called Sugar in the Raw.
Then what's... I mean, I don't know. I'm just asking. It's a simple question. Like, if you wanted that show.
I mean, it's a dream.
Why is it a dream?
I don't know.
You already doing a show, doing multiple shows.
The thing is that with the podcast, there's so much that goes along with the podcast. And I've always questioned, am I interesting enough where people would tune in all the time just to hear what I have to say?
But they are. If somebody's paying you.
I get it, but it's just... with radio, it's music and it's, you just the entity on the radio.
Okay, so the programs that you do, it still have music cut in.
Oh yeah. No, it's a real radio. They're real radio stations.
Okay.
It's like I talk in between the music and things like that. Yes, but to be on just talking, I'm like, is the world really ready for that? Are they really gonna?
There's only one way to find out.
I know. But I want to be. I want to be raw. It's called Sugar in the Raw for a reason because I really want to be raw. But then I'm gonna need security.
But nobody know where you at. Don't be giving out your address or nothing like that.
I don't want to go nowhere with security all the time. I don't want to be that person. But I want to be raw. I want to really say how I feel.
So let's talk. Okay, you got like on your social media. You seem to be raw. Is that cut? That's cut with something. That's cut with a different agent. We cut
not
with
as raw.
Let's just how raw?
I'm a little raw on my Facebook and social media.
So you talking about raw than that?
I'm talking about like
you talking about attaching names to whatever.
That too, but I mean, with social media.
Okay.
Since I am technically still on radio stations, I still have to be careful.
Okay.
It's a difference. You know, I go hard on social media, but I'm not a savage like I really want to be. So I have to, it's a fine line. And on my podcast, I want to cross that line.
Okay, let's pick a topic from
Lord,
a current post, and let's see how more savage you could be.
Okay.
What's the last one? It was something about people supporting like black businesses.
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about that. Like how raw.
I mean, that's just okay. I don't really curse that much on my post, but I would love to curse a lot on my podcast.
Well, I know you just left church and you have your church.
I got my church lady dress on.
Yeah, but feel free you can bring the curse words.
Okay, so it's like this. Every time there is happiness in the world.
Okay.
Every time someone finds some kind of happiness, no matter how big or how small, there's always people out there who are super duper woke, that they're sleepwalking.
Want to put a lid on it.
And they don't want to enjoy life. And this whole thing with the Popeye chicken, this is my thing. I don't want us out there fighting or, causing riots to get a chicken sandwich.
Right.
But at the same time, there are a lot of people that are just standing in line because they want to experience what everyone is talking about.
Right. They want to be a part of it.
They want to be a part of it.
Okay.
And it's like you have all these social media bullies on there trying to shame people for what? People stand in line for so many things. And then they bring up, I hope y'all are staying in line to vote.
To vote, yeah.
Your ass probably didn't stand in line to vote, but you're going to try to front on these people who are just trying to get a sandwich. Like, I don't understand, why is it always an issue when you have a group of people that are just trying to be happy?
Right.
When I eat good food, I'm happy. It makes me happy when I eat good food.
I think that's the happiest that I've been in life, is with presenting some good food and eating it, and it is good.
Yes.
And able to pay for it.
Yes. But I think that, happiness, some people's level of happiness is different from others. So it's like, you don't knock people just because they want to try something or they heard about something. And my examples, especially in Detroit, is how they say we don't never support Black-owned businesses. And I had to break down just a couple of them, just like La Culture. And it's so many different restaurants that we did back.
Like the lobster, like the food truck.
Yeah, it's so many. So don't keep coming to me with that same old bull crap talking about we don't support Black businesses, because if we don't, who are? Who's supporting? Who are supporting these businesses? We are. Detroit versus everybody. Everybody had one of those shirts on.
Even people that's not from
Detroit.
Detroit.
I'm saying, like, so what you mean we not supporting our own? Just because I'm not supporting little Nuck's little mixtape that you trying to push.
But it's fire though.
Or your grandma dinners, them dry ass dinners she's trying to sell at the end of church. Don't nobody want that. I'm not supporting that.
Right.
If your customer service is terrible, I'm not supporting you. So just because you're a Black business doesn't mean I always have to support you. But don't front and say people don't support, because we do.
Yeah, my thing too is, even if I disagree with standing in line and being hype over a chicken sandwich, I just keep it to myself. I'm not going to go online and then talk about somebody that's enjoying themselves.
You talk about somebody else's happiness for what?
Yeah, I just look at it like, man, they crazy. But I'm not about to be on here.
So you taking time out of your day.
Out of your day to show your disapproval of...
Like, who the fuck are you? And low key, you probably got your sandwich already. You just don't want to talk about it now because everybody's talking about it. Like, shut up.
Okay, how about we talk about this Rhapsody album that just dropped?
Oh my God. 5 mics.
I think right now it's the best album of the year.
Now. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Whoa. Don't say it a year, because Little Brother came with that fire. I'm
still saying of the year.
After the Little Brother, I got tired. They tired to me. I can't.
I'm not knocking. I'm not saying Little Brother.
That Little Brother album, I went back after. I love Rhapsody's album. Right. I listened to it back to back to back. But then I wound up going back to Little Brother.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. It's music. You gotta listen to everything.
But Rhapsody is a breath of fresh air. Like, that woman is Queen, Light, Yo-Yo, Mia X wrapped up in one.
She's rapping at the highest level of rap at this moment.
She's not a female rapper.
No, that's what I'm saying.
She is
She's
that
rapping
rapper
at the highest level.
Yes.
And I'm not talking about just the skills of rap. I'm talking about the subject matter.
Yes.
And the way she's formatting it.
Yes.
And who's participating
yes.
in it. She
is. Every time I hear her music, I smile.
When the song with Queen Latifah.
Wait.
Listen.
Wait a minute.
When Queen started rapping.
Wait a minute. But did you hear Queen rap? Queen ain't rapped like that since '89.
When Queen started rapping,
I was like, dog.
First I had to pause it for a second. And I turned it back on and my eyes started watering up. Literally, I was feeling emotional.
It was an experience.
It's experience.
Because I haven't heard that Queen Latifah in 2 decades.
Now, if you were like a young kid and you're not familiar with Queen Latifah, opposed to her being on shows and whatever,
this
maybe it won't hit you
down
the same
the house,
way.
Queen Latifah.
Yes. But when I heard her, I was like, she's rapping. First of all, she's rapping the best she could possibly rap. Like, she's rapping at the same level that Rhapsody is rapping.
She had to.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
If she was featured on just some old mediocre rap album or rap chick, it'd have been a mediocre
little verse.
But she knew that Rhapsody was coming with that fire, and Queen was like, let me take y'all back to school and show y'all how I really get down. I was in love. Like, this track is ridiculous.
Now let me put it to you this way. Now, you know how guy rappers, it'd be like an old rapper, say like a Cool G rapper, he might do a joint venture with another young rapper, you know what I'm saying? It's never been, and I don't even want to say female MC, but 2 female MCs, one new and one old, do a joint album. Just imagine if Rap and Queen did just an EP together.
I'll do it. Yeah, just EP definitely. Now I want a whole album.
Just an EP.
So I don't want to push it. But an EP would be
just
amazing.
Imagine anybody.
It would be amazing.
Light reaching back to somebody doing a joint. It never happened. I always wonder, like, why? Not even because guys do it all the time.
Well, the difference is the mainstream female rappers are always beefing or got some kind of issues, or they have the stripper rap mentality, and it's like Queen and
Killer Be Killed tape.
They not about that life, so it would be stupid, and it would be a stretch for MC Light to do a track with
whoever,
with Sweetie or whatever girl is. Like, you're like, what the fuck are you doing? Like,
I think it can happen now.
I think that the fact that Cardi B went on social media and gave Rhapsody props, that opened the door. Because
to make it acceptable or make it even a thought process.
Make it a thought process only because Cardi B has a lot of power right now. And the fact that she told her fans to check out Rhapsody, that's a whole nother fan base. And it's opening a lot of doors for people who couldn't normally get that mainstream love.
Dating in the D.
Dating in the D. That sounds like a TV show.
Yeah, Dating in the D. Welcome back to Dating in the D. We're here with Suga Rae.
Yo, Chuck Woolery on.
The sweetest. You know what I'm saying? She's the sweetest. Diabetes, hey, stay away.
Dating in the D. I don't know nothing about it.
You the sweetest out here.
I don't know nothing about it.
It's DMs. Are the DMs on? What they say on fleek?
I don't even. I can't even check them.
Just throw in no cap. Just start throwing display. No cap, right?
Oh God. Yeah, it's different. I'm old school.
Okay.
I'm old school. I really.
You're not old. You're just
I'm not old. I'm old school.
Okay.
And the way people get down nowadays, it's just not me. Like, people love the situationships and the casual thing. It's like
you need something more defined.
Yes. Like, I want some stability.
You need something built from the ground up.
I'm too old for that. I'm almost 40. Like, ain't nobody got time for no situationships. I don't have any kids.
Okay.
You know, I want one to leave legacy.
Just one?
Yes.
I don't know.
Like, I ain't about to be somebody old ass mama.
I don't want any of them. Not a single
You
one.
gotta leave a legacy.
No, you don't. Write a book.
No, it's not the same.
That's a legacy right there.
It's not the same.
Write something down.
I thought about that too. I was like, you know what? I'm getting older. I think I'm just gonna travel and blah blah blah.
Good,
and then one day I woke up like, I gotta leave a legacy.
Yeah, write a book.
No, I gotta have a son because he's gonna be.
So you say you gotta have a son. You only want one. What if you get pregnant and it's not a son?
What it is, what it is.
Okay,
She's gonna be a thug.
Okay.
She's gonna be like her mama.
All right. Why do you have to have a son?
I just feel like I connect more with that sounds weird. I don't want to say that.
Okay,
I'm gonna say this.
Okay.
When I was a child, I didn't play with a lot of Barbies. I played with G.I. Joe.
Mm-hmm.
I played with the Green Army Man.
Right.
I played with Transformers.
The He-Man.
I played sports. I didn't do. I've never been the girly type. So, yeah, I like to get my nails done, my hair done. I'm growing, blah blah. But as far as the girly stuff, it's just never been me. Mm-hmm. So I just feel like I can relate more to that side. More than, I mean, if I have a little girl, it is what it is. Yeah, if she want to be a princess all day, we gonna be princess and a queen all day. But I just feel like, and everybody keeps telling me I'm gonna have a boy. Everybody keeps telling me I'm gonna have twins. Twins run in my family too. Nobody in my immediate family had them, so they're putting that on me. Yeah. So I'm like,
well, let's we gotta step back because first we gotta get till you even have a child. You see what I'm saying? The old-fashioned way. So what? This is like a PSA to the Detroit metro area. I mean, we can outsource some men's in, can't we?
Outsource some men.
They don't have to be, from Detroit. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, like,
you can have outsourced a little.
I mean, a
little Ohio player. I don't know.
Ohio player. I can't with you right now.
I mean, so what should a guy do? I mean, or what is the dating scene lacking that you need?
You know what? I can't really say because, I mean, I feel like when the right one comes along, mm-hmm. he'll have everything that I've been looking for.
Even if you didn't know that you needed whatever.
Right. But then they say when you're not looking is when it happens.
So you're not looking? Or you've been looking?
No, I'm not looking.
You just, okay.
No, I'm not looking.
It just ain't happened yet.
I mean...
Because I don't want you out here not having your kid. You know what I'm saying? Because that's on your list.
Leave my ovaries alone. We good.
Okay, I'm just saying.
Moving on.
We moving on. All right. Well, how about?
Oh gosh.
How are we like living in Detroit right now? Just the newness.
I like where we're going. I like that. Everyone's always talking about how. They put in so much downtown. They have such an emphasis on everything that happens downtown. But we need a downtown. Yeah,
every major city.
Every major city I go
thriving
to. Yeah,
downtown.
like when I go to Chicago, I don't go to the South Side.
Right. Unless you have family or
unless you got
somebody.
A tour guide.
Yeah. You know somebody.
Exactly. But I'm saying, like, every time I go to Chicago, I go there to shop. I go there to eat. And I think they have such a wonderful downtown area. But then you cross the street and it's, the hood. I think we can have that equal balance too. You
want the Chicago style where?
I don't want Chicago.
Okay.
I don't want Southside Chicago. No diss to Chicago. I love Chicago. But what I'm saying is, you have to bring people in.
Right.
And people are not flocking to Detroit just to go to the Motown Museum. We have to have a downtown area for them to go and feel comfortable and then explore.
I did when I was, because I've been running through Detroit. That's my new thing, just running through Detroit, literally. And I was running down West Grand Boulevard, and I, ran past Motown. Mm-hmm. And it was a group of people, a bus.
Yeah.
And they just bust a bunch of white people in, and they just looking around.
Yeah.
And it was odd just seeing it.
Right.
It's like
it's odd seeing white people in Detroit. Period.
Right.
I mean, it would be 2:00 in the morning, and I would see just a random ass white dude just walking down the street. I'm like, dude, do you know where the fuck you at?
I always wonder, like, if the white people know that it's odd for us to see them.
Yeah.
Or do they even give a fuck?
They don't.
You know what I'm saying?
They really don't.
I don't want to have that feeling, but you be seeing like, She out here running by herself.
Yes, and I'm like, do you know where you at? Like, girl, get you a group. Don't do it by yourself. I would never do that by myself.
Your little Toto ain't gonna help you. Maybe that little dog, they be walking around.
But they're everywhere, and it's like if you just drove around just downtown by yourself, it's like a whole new world.
It's definitely a new world.
It's definitely not 10 years ago. But it's like at the same time, I'm not mad at white people coming to downtown.
Yeah, I mean,
because I think that we all should be able to come downtown. You know, the fact that white people feel comfortable enough to come down there, that's cool. Everybody should be comfortable enough to come downtown. So
I think we should change the direction because I wanted to get more personal with you. We getting off on a tangent.
We're doing the podcast right now.
Yeah, I think people need to know more about you.
Lord, the hot seat. Oh gosh.
Because you be on this, social media, and you be giving your thoughts about things.
Yes.
How you feel.
Yes.
But who are you really?
I'm a child of God.
I see that. You got your little
got my church girl.
From church.
I just came from church. Got my church girl with a little dress on.
But who are you really?
What you mean?
I mean, I'm saying you in Detroit. What kind of lifestyle do you live? Well, like what's a day like? For you?
You're getting your Oprah on for real right now. I mean,
I don't know if people really know you.
Okay, what do you want to know? I'm an open book. I'll answer any question right now.
You're a radio personality.
Yes.
But who are you?
That's like asking someone the meaning of life. I don't know. What do you mean? What do you want me to say? I'm the sweetest chick on the radio.
Yeah, you keep saying the radio. Let's remove the tag radio. And let's get into you.
You didn't turn into Dr. Phil on us. Oh, Lord.
Trying out something new. I think
me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's talk about you.
I'm the oldest of 3.
Okay. What high school did you go to?
No one will probably know.
Why not?
I went to Wayne Memorial.
Yeah, well, I don't know that.
Exactly.
Where's that at?
I grew up in Inkster.
Oh.
And they bused us from Inkster to Wayne Memorial, which is in Wayne, which is a couple cities over, which is a great thing because the schools are better.
Right.
So,
I mean, that was the point.
Yeah. So that's what high school I went to. I didn't move to Detroit until I was 20.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I didn't grow up in Detroit. I grew up in Inkster. Inkster is where
but you was in and out of Detroit.
Yeah. I mean, I had family and friends, so
it's the same. You just didn't wake up in the morning and
no, I didn't go to the Detroit schools and stuff like that. But I went to their basketball games. The malls. You always meet a bunch of different people at the mall, so you make friends. Right. And you always go see them and visit. Blah blah blah. Yeah, so I was always in Detroit, but I live in Inkster. I'm a daddy's girl. I love like everything my daddy loves. So my dad is a huge Cowboys fan. So it was placed in my heart to be a Cowboys fan for life. People always assume that I became a Cowboys fan when I moved to Dallas. Okay. And I'm like, that had nothing to do with me being a Cowboys fan.
That was just a plus.
It really was a plus that I moved to Dallas and I was able to go to AT&T Stadium to see them do that live. But so my dad made me a Cowboys fan. I don't know. I'm an open book. I mean, like,
what was it like growing up in Inkster? Because people, outside of Detroit, people just think of Detroit and they don't understand how like suburbs separate, like the stigma of say like the east side, the west side, or southwest Detroit. You know what I'm saying? Right. Or you from Southfield? Like, why you claiming Detroit? Right. You know what I mean? Right. So, what was it like growing up in Inkster? I mean,
Inkster is different from what it is now. I love Inkster. I hate the way it is now. They don't have a school system. That we don't really have a Inkster police department. It's more of the Wayne County sheriffs and the state boys and whoever can make it to the city.
Whoever show up first.
Yeah, basically. It's sad. It's a lot of killing but it's my hometown, it's my city, and I still love it. Growing up in Inkster, I had a great childhood, we had our struggles as far as violence and stuff like that. We all did. You know, people were getting beat up and shot for Jordans. It's, you know, Inkster was just a smaller Detroit.
Right.
You know, we experienced the same thing that a major city would experience. You know, it was majority black city. Even though I went to school, my elementary school, I went to school in Inkster, and it was mixed. They did bus us, and when I went to junior high and high school, so I was. It wasn't predominantly black. It was, you know, all kind of race. But Inkster was just. It's a fun city. You know, it was like everybody is someone's family, so it's like before you have sex with somebody, you gotta make sure y'all weren't cousins because it was like everybody was cousins. But then it's like you got play cousins, and you don't know if they play cousins or they blood. Like we can't get down till we get this blood test here and make sure we ain't really cousins. But I mean, it was like I had a great childhood. I grew up with both parents in my household, middle class. House, nice yard. My dad always took pride in his yard. My mom worked at the hospital. My dad worked at GM. He retired years ago. Put 30 years in GM. But I honestly, I had a great childhood growing up in Inkster.
Yeah, the real love. It was a lot of.
Yeah, it was a lot of love, and we were like middle class, but not upper middle class. You know, so it's like we didn't know that eating hot dogs and pork and beans was
whatever.
Yeah, it was a treat for us. I was like, we ain't gotta eat no vegetables. Pass the beans. Like we was good with that, you know. Or you know, we all had to share a can of chicken noodle soup. You know what I mean? Like we didn't know it was because you know my parents at the time didn't have the money to get a big meal because you know.
Well, because I think like love can change perception of what something looks like.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying? Because if you put love in a household that doesn't have a lot of money, it still feels like a loving place. So you ain't thinking like, why we ain't got steak and lobster on our plate? You know what I'm saying? Why we don't have you know, the big screen TV or a different type of car taking trips? Because
we didn't even have cable. Like I grew up without cable. Like I didn't watch cable TV till I went over to my friend's house around the corner.
It was always down the street.
Yeah, down the street. Like my dad was not paying for TV. He was like it's free. Why are we gonna pay for TV? I didn't get fresh until I got my first job when I was 13 and worked at Dairy Queen. My parents wasn't about that name brand crap. My parents, they took us on big summer vacations. You know what I mean? Like we were always somewhere in the summer. So that was my Jordans. That was my Nikes. That was my Carl Canai. Like they ain't played with none of those labels. I mean, when I went to school and they got nice school clothes and Christmas, you get your labels and stuff like that sometimes. But my parents didn't play them labels. They was not paying all that money for them clothes.
So no damage for you?
Man, when I paid for it, it was like, or my dad, he would, if I made the honor roll, he'll give me some money. Or like I remember I made the honor roll and I got my first silver bubble coat.
The worst part too about like name brands that you can only like afford one thing and then you get that one item and you rock it to death
all day, every
like
day.
You got this one pair of pants, one shirt, and you just wear it all the time. Like, hey, but it's FUBU though.
Like,
but you only got one paired up.
Carl Canai with the big buckle, gold buckle on the back of the shirt. Like you couldn't tell me nothing.
Wear it out.
But I'm gonna switch it up with different jeans. Guess what? The jeans gonna be different. It's gonna be the same shirt. But I appreciated that so much. You know, when I became an adult, because it's like I don't give a shit about no labels.
Right.
Like that stuff don't. But it's still people to this day, almost 40, and they still trying to keep up with all the labels. And I'm like, dog, what are you doing? Why?